It's the factory. What are you doing, Iba?
Time to loosen up.
Do you always have to come in like that?
It is of the utmost importance.
At a time like this?
Times like this are perfect. Anyway, it appears to be an abandoned factory of some kind.
What could Boss be hiding here?
Somnium scan. Activate.
Number 1, 2, 3, 4. Open the door to Boss's truth. Boss is hiding something. Reveal the truth of the new Cyclops' serial killings. Open the first door. Wait, you mean this one?
A rusted metal door.
Not like that, I can't do that. Well, I could, but well, then I couldn't do anything else.
A rusted metal door.
Just out of curiosity, I'm wondering what happens. This is door 0.
A rusted metal door. No use. It won't budge.
Okay, that did nothing for me.
Date, there is no time left.
Damn it, what the?
I was expecting that to be more exciting. Alright. So we can't get over there yet. This is door A.
A door that looks like the anywhere door.
Open.
It appears to be locked.
Okay, well we got a timey out of it. A free timey, basically.
A rusted metal door.
Let's try to pick this lock.
It is no use. The ice pick will not work as a key.
Okay, we did get that 6-1 back then.
Rusted metal door.
I thought we had a lock pick, not the ice pick.
Break the lock with that.
Roger.
Oh,
I will
it's
try.
in the door. Worked?
Worked.
All right, open it.
Shoko. With the ice pick.
Several keys have fallen.
One of them must be the right one.
I do not have time to try all of them.
Hopefully there's some kind of sign.
Indeed.
What's the next objective? Open this hiking door. Okay. So it was Shoko, then Renji was the next one. Is there one with a watch next to it?
It's a key.
Yikes.
It's a key.
10 seconds.
It's a key.
100.
It's a key.
50.
It's a key. It's a key.
I'm gonna burn the timey on this one.
It's a key. Whoa!
Doesn't look like this is it.
It could be related to what we saw beyond the door.
Okay.
Agent Date, you've got 5 minutes.
Key 2?
It's a key.
That's no good either.
Date, please, exercise a little more thought.
Eyeball. Ice pick. Of course, I get it.
Do you?
Of course I do.
Okay, maybe we are supposed to keep going with this Hoko part.
The ice pick is next to this key. It appears to be correct.
That's what I said.
The tag is labeled A.
Ah.
I was right. Give me some credit.
That must mean you can use this key for something labeled A.
Come on.
Ooh, nice. There's some good timies in here.
A door that looks like the Anywhere door.
Open it.
Perhaps we can use the key I just picked up.
Yeah, try that.
It opened. Odd. Isn't this the third floor? What is going on here?
Okay. So that's A prime.
Looks like the floors are connected in a weird way.
Quite the troublesome dream.
What else do we have? We have door F, door A prime, B, D prime, F, pipe, control panel. Let's see where we can actually move to. Okay, you can move across here. And to door B.
A door with B written on it.
Alright, give it a tackle. Worked.
It was. This is the second floor, but it is clearly not the door I just opened.
It's like a maze. I have to remember what door goes where.
Okay. So that was B we just went through, that's B prime. And C prime, C prime leads to the other side, okay. D, E, and E prime lead to that staircase. Okay, let's check door C.
Date, you've got 4 minutes.
Door C.
This is the back side of door A. Tackle it again.
That was easy.
It was. Oh, we're on the second floor again.
We leave the second floor and come right back to it? This is confusing.
Yeah. But we should be on this side now. Nice. So we can get up to the shelf. It's done here. It's blocked off, yeah, okay. Steel drum. It's attached to that shelf, yeah.
An oil drum hung with wire.
I need to push it off, and the lift up Renju to open the door to Renju.
Oh,
Guess you should check that door.
a rusted metal door.
999? More like 1.
It does not appear to be locked.
It's him being strangled. Get his watch on the ground with his key.
This again.
So we can't just grab one. We have to be careful.
Do they all have his watch next to him? Well, we need to choose the one with the right time of death. So we have new intro of harmonica. I just likes killing, yeah. Iris' real mother. Right, I'm gonna go through this real quickly, just to see what's in here. Alright. So we do remember Renju's time of death. Let me think. I think we found them around 10:30-ish. I think it was sometime around 8 something. Let's see if there's a watch around 8. There's one around 8. I'm gonna try that one.
It's a key with a watch beside it. The hands indicate 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
Is this the correct answer?
Saturday night at 8 matches Renju's estimated time of death.
Nice.
D is written on the tag. Let's go, Date.
Alright, so D is going to bring us up to the 3rd floor. That side, which we can get to the control panel with. Excellent.
The D door.
Open.
I will try the key.
Yeah, try it.
It opened.
Yep.
This door too.
Door is frozen.
Rows of monitors and buttons.
Investigate.
This appears to be old. I believe this computer controls the factory's electronics. It appears to require a key to activate.
Okay. Can we do anything with the pipe?
A broken pipe. Steam is leaking out.
Give it a kick. Yep, that's what I was hoping was going to happen.
Oh, it's just as I calculated.
You were surprised, admit it.
Nice. Alright. Now we can open the door.
A rusted metal door. Most of the ice is gone now.
1.
I think I can open this door.
Yep. And there's Iris. I don't want to watch this again. Come on. Okay, good.
This key has control panel written on the tag.
Control panel? The one right there?
Alright. Only one more lock, but it looks like it requires a few steps to get to first. Alright, what's the time going to be on this one?
Monitors and buttons.
Investigate again.
This appears to be old. I believe it appears.
Okay.
You have less than
Rose-
2 minutes. Hurry.
Alright. Insert the key.
There. Oh,
So?
I see. If we move the scaffold, a new route appears.
Okay, let's move it.
Rows of
Press this. and press the switch.
Hey, it got stuck.
This button is indeed the one needed to move the scaffold, but
Huh. There might be another step we have to do first.
Okay. Where is B? That it's blocked off anyway. Why do we need to move this? It moves that one, right? Or does it move that one? Hmm. Or does it move that one? No. Hmm. I think that box right there is the one that got stuck on. I don't know why we need to move that though. I also I don't know where the fourth door is unless it's door 0. Yeah. Cord as well. Okay, so we need to get to ladder 1F. Which is right there. And you get to door D prime, which is where we just were. And now it was that one that moved. So it was this southern one got stuck on which part though? That one right there? It's kind of angled. So it's which is south of the middle one. That one right there, I guess, yeah. So we need to move that one down. So bridge that gap. But let's see if we can get to A prime again. We can come across and go down to there, but then we couldn't go across there. We could go down here, across that, and then down to B. B prime leads to C. No, B prime leads to there. That's D. I might be overthinking this. Either way, what's that? The only way we can go is through here currently.
door deep.
Okay, that gives us a 1, which is where we're supposed to go. We need that 1 anyway. Alright, so from here, go door E prime E, that doesn't make a difference. So E prime and E just lead to the same spot. But we could go We can go across back here. Actually, what's back around this side? You can't go that way, okay. Can't go that way either, okay. We have to go around to the top. Back to C prime. C prime. C to C. Yes. Okay. It's painful losing all this time. We're hiding around here. Like, the actions don't take much. But the running around actually does.
Door C prime.
Open. Alright, now we can go. Door B prime. Which leads us to door B. Right, okay.
Door B prime.
Okay, then we can go across this one here, which leads us to what? Door A prime, which brings us back down to there. Yeah,
Less than 1 minute. Hurry!
I'm working on that computer.
A door with
This won't give us any timey, but well, here's the last door. Do we just open it?
a rusted metal.
Let's try it. Nope.
No use. It won't.
Okay, well, I need to retry from that. Alright, so we got the control room key, I believe. That stack of boxes is in the way.
You have less than 2 minutes. Hurry!
And did we actually turn these things on?
Rose.
Okay, no. We need to use this first. Alright, then insert the key.
There. Rose of.
Let's try rotating the key. That's what we need to do the whole time.
Shrunk.
Rose of.
Then press the switch.
Oh.
I see.
Alright, then we'll rotate the key again.
door B.
So maybe I just need to open the B prime door. Okay, so we can use the route. Right, okay. Onto door B. Which means we can get the door F, which leads us to ladder 1F? No. Where is F prime? There is no F prime. Okay, so we need to get to B prime. Which is right there. Okay. So we get to B prime. Okay, we are here. Door D prime would lead to D. Yeah. Okay. So D prime.
Door
Open. Alright, then we turn around and go down to the south. Open B prime. Yes. No. Okay. It's blocked off. We need to get to B prime there, which we need to get to C. C prime is up there. Okay. That's also blocked off. No, we can just go around. It just takes more time running around the side. Alright, so we need to get through C prime to C and then B prime to B. C prime to C, and then B prime to
door
B.
B prime.
And now, since we moved that one, we can use it to get over this one right here, over to F.
Less than 1 minute. Hurry!
Door F. This is the first time we've seen it.
Alright, tackle it. Good.
The first floor. This is the first time we've been here.
That big door. If we can see what's in there, we'll figure something out.
Alright, so there's ladder 1F. There's the cord. And then the blocked door. What does this ladder go to?
An iron ladder.
No. That ladder would go up to there, which wouldn't really do anything for us. No. Okay. What about the cord?
Power cord. It is discharging sparks.
Hmm. Okay, I really don't want to... have to go through all that again, so let me just save there. And
A power cord.
kick.
If this were pointed in a different direction, something might happen to the door. No, this is different. That won't work this time.
Could bridge the gap though. Ooh.
A power cord. It is discharging sparks.
Get shocked.
Date, we've known each other for a long time. I know that you are joking, but could you please consider the appropriate time and place?
You're seriously lecturing me right now?
Excuse me?
Sorry, man.
Come on.
A power cord.
So maybe the ladder is important.
You're out of time.
Tackle it.
Ready? Whoa! This Somnium is awfully dangerous.
Hey, that door. Maybe we can open that one now. Check it out.
Yep. Okay, that's what we are supposed to do, but
There's no time left.
Damn it, what?
okay. Out. No. No. I'll retry from block 3. Yep. And then load my save. No. Yes. I want to... Is there a load option? Let's go back to the menu. Okay.
A power.
So we need to tackle no. We need to use this here. Tackle it.
Ready?
And then we can just open the door after that.
Whoa! This Somnium is awfully dangerous.
Hey, that door. Maybe we can open that one now. Check it out.
A rusted metal door.
It's going to take all the time, but it should open.
Going to open it.
And there's so.
Aiba, return to the control room on the 3rd floor.
At once.
So we can watch all of them at the same time. Renju killed Shoko. Iris killed Renju? So killed Iris. And then Boss killed So.
What the hell is going on?
Tate, what are you doing? 6 minutes are up!
Wait! Hitomi is...
Date, you can't go any longer! Force shutdown!
No!
Is that what actually happened, though? And did Renju kill Shoko? And did Iris kill Renju? Wait a sec. They all swapped the bodies. It was the same person in different bodies.
I took a look around your head, and I discovered something. Something about the new Cyclops serial killings. Apart from Ota, there are 4 victims. Shoko Nadami, Renju Okiura, Iris Sagan, and So Sejima. Who was responsible for these murders? Shoko was stabbed by Renju with an ice pick. Renju was strangled to death by Iris. So cut open Iris's body. But who shot So? It was you. In other words, all of these murders were committed by different people. There wasn't just one killer. That's how it looks on the surface, anyway. But that's not the truth, is it? There's only one culprit. One person. And that person is...
So? No? It's wanting me to tell you, boss. Computer? Renju? Ota. This collateral damage.
Yes, you. The person in front of me right now.
You're blaming the commander of Abyss for this?
No, not Boss. The person inside Boss's head.
Can you at least try to make sense?
Alright, I'll explain. You know about the abandoned chemical plant in Kawasaki? There's a prototype sync machine there. You use that device to swap around bodies one by one.
In other words, the entire egg ends up being replaced.
Hose inside
Mind,
Boss's body.
Consciousness, memory, they are traded. Switched.
And then Ho killed Boss.
I don't know where it started, but at some point, you got into Shoko's brain. Then, you got into Renju's. And got rid of Shoko's body. After Renju was Iris. You strangled Renju using Iris. After that, into So. Who you used to kill Iris and Ota at the cold storage warehouse. Now, you're in Boss's body, inside her head.
So he's not So.
I see. If you know that much, then I have nothing left to hide. Yes, I am the culprit behind the new Cyclops serial killings. I guess you can call me the new Cyclops killer.
Who was inside Iris during the interrogation Sunday?
That was me.
You imitate her well. From the way you talked and your body language, it was like the real Iris. Earlier, too, you almost had me fooled. Your imitation of Boss was perfect.
Yes, there's a reason for that. Let me define some terms first. A person's memory and sense of self. Let's call that personality. It isn't quite the right word, but it'll suffice. Now, transferring that personality into someone else's brain, let's call that parasitism. The one transferring is the parasite, the one being transferred into is the host. Are you with me so far? Moving on. Even after the personality exchange is complete, the host's memory isn't completely lost. About 1% remains in the brain. So, a parasite could use that 1% to imitate the language and behavior of the host. That's how I knew about the warehouse and Sunfish Pocket, by the way. Thanks to Renju and Iris's remaining memories. I'm telling you, it was me. Why are you making me repeat myself?
That means the Somnium I entered on Sunday.
That's right. It was me.
How? How does he know about the original Cyclops killer? Something else was troubling me.
What's going on here?
Is it Haito all along? And Haito transferred out of his own body into someone else's? Give me the details of each crime.
Before I do, there's something I want to hear from you. How did you know about the prototype sync machine? And not only that, you also seem to know what the sync machine is truly capable of. Why is that?
That's...
Regaining your memories, are you? Human memory is fractal. If you retain even a single piece of it, it's possible to recreate the whole thing. Pieces of memories are like roots that grow into every corner of the brain, gradually, slowly, taking its time. I imagine the same thing is happening in your brain right now.
A fractal is a figure with self-similarity. Allow me to explain. See this? Whichever fragment you cut, you will see a similar shape. The whole is made up of its similar parts. This is called a fractal figure. Memories in the brain are similar. That is what he is explaining. He is claiming that from a few pieces, you can rebuild the memory.
I knew about the prototype from regaining my memory, is that right? No, that's not it.
Parallel worlds exist.
Who the hell are you?
Saito. Saito Sajima.
Yep.
Congressman Sajima's son.
What?
I researched Saito thoroughly.
Then who is in Date's body?
But I cannot find any images of him on the internet. He is listed on the family register, but I cannot find any photographs.
Fine. I still have time.
Time?
You'll see. So, where do you want me to start?
It's just past midnight on Tuesday. Shoko was killed on a Friday. If I think of that as day 1, today is day 5. What was Saito doing those days? I decided to ask him. How were you on day 1?
Like you guessed, my personality was in Shoko, Renju's ex-wife. That made calling Renju easy. I need to talk to you about something. He came over without question. I think it was around 4 p.m. I had him meet me at the chemical plant. I made Renju go to sleep. Synced. Switched personalities. And then stabbed Shoko's discarded body with an ice pick. I took Shoko
Renju
to
was
Bloom
still
Park
in
by
Shoko.
car, using the old abandoned subway line. Must have been around 8 p.m. by the time I was finished. I tied up Shoko to one of the merry-go-round horses. After that, I used Renju's phone to send a Nile message to Mizuki.
Mizuki, Daddy got caught up in
Then
something serious.
I just waited for Mizuki to arrive.
Day 2.
Until next Saturday evening, my personality was inside Renju. My next target was Iris. I knew she would be suspicious if I asked her to come to Kawasaki, so I asked her to come to Sunfish Pocket first. I called her a little before 5 p.m., and she arrived just after 6. I greeted her, then convinced her to come with me. That's when Ota saw us. Anyway, I put her in the car, then headed to the chemical plant. On the way, I made her take a sleeping pill. I knew she might run once she saw where we were going. It was around 7 p.m. when I got there, and I wasted no time switching bodies. After getting Iris's body, I used a rolled-up apron to strangle Renju to death. Then I put his body in an empty oil drum I'd prepared earlier. I put that in the trunk of the car, then headed to Sunfish Pocket. But then, something I didn't anticipate happened. Waiting for the signal in Akiba, someone knocked on the window of the car. It was Ota. He asked me something about being able to drive. He was surprised, to say the least. I didn't have time to waste on him. But I couldn't risk him finding the oil drum in the trunk. Plus, if word got around that Renji's car was spotted driving around Akiba, that would foil my plans. So, I came up with a lie. I told him that I didn't have a license, so he had to keep it a secret. That's what that thing referred to in Ota's Nile messages, by the way. And just like that, I managed to escape a bad situation and headed to Sunfish Pocket as planned. The rest went exactly as you already figured out.
Alright, what about Sunday?
Sunday morning, I had a recording or some such thing scheduled. Oh, I am of course referring to Iris. I didn't want to draw suspicion, so I decided to attend as planned. I went to Lemniscate and performed my job. And when I left, I ran into you, Date. To be honest, I was a little surprised. Just the previous night, I was a parasite in the body of Renju. I didn't think Ota had seen me. So, of course, I didn't expect to see you there so soon. You were on to me, but there was nothing I could do about that. If I ran, it would only increase your suspicion. So I decided to play my role. The interrogation began around 8:20 p.m., is that right? Then you synced into my mind. But you didn't get what you were looking for, did you? As a result, you had no choice but to release me. I didn't want to go home right away. I knew there might be police waiting for me. That would make it difficult to sneak out at night. And that would put my plan in jeopardy. So I asked you to take me to Marble. I tried to find an opportunity to run, but then another unexpected event occurred. I got a Nile message from Ota. I knew I could use him. So I told him I needed his help and to meet me at Marble. He did as I instructed him to do. After that, I got into the van with Ota. But because his presence was unnecessary, I asked him to stop at a convenience store to buy me something to drink. When he was gone, I took his car and drove to my parents' house where I used to live. Yes, the Sejima residence. Of course, I knew I couldn't just walk up and ring the doorbell. Hello, Father, it's been a long time. I was also in Iris's body at the time. But I thought I could use that to my advantage. So I pushed on the intercom and sure enough, my dad invited me inside. I told him this. I want you to come with me. There's something I need to show you. He was quiet for a while, but eventually agreed and got into the van with me. We arrived at the prototype sync machine around 11:50 p.m. By the time I was in the body of Sosajima, it was a new day.
Continue.
This was yesterday, early Monday morning, past midnight. In my new body, I drugged Iris, put her in the van, and drove to a new location. Okiura Fishery Cold Storage Warehouse. I arrived around 1, then prepared for the show for a couple hours. Of course, when I say show, I mean dismembering Iris. Because of the temperature in the warehouse, it took longer than I expected to prepare, but... well, you saw it in the video. Of course, I didn't anticipate Ota would show up. What does that make it? 3 times that brat has showed up unexpectedly? That annoyed me to no end, and I took that out on him. Dressing him up in the polar bear was an impromptu plan on my part. I didn't mean to make you think he was the killer. I just wanted to throw a wrench into the investigation. Didn't matter if you found out or not. This all happened Monday morning. I left the warehouse around 3:30 a.m.
And Monday.
There isn't much to talk about on Monday. Before noon, I used my old man's body to call this one Boss. You might not know this, but she and my father go back about 6 years. The two shared a terrible secret. Hinting at that was enough to get the boss to come running to me immediately. I injected her with a sedative, then brought her body to the chemical plant. I synced with her, exchanged our bodies. And after blowing my father's brains out, I cut his body into pieces. I stuffed the meat into a vase I brought earlier, then drove back to my house.
Haito spoke with grace and no sign of remorse. I was trying to keep my anger from boiling over and kept asking him questions. Why didn't the sink victims resist after waking?
The prototype sync machine has a special feature. It administers a strong dose of sedatives to the original body, and a stimulant to the host after a sync. That kept them docile.
And why'd you... I know why they took out the victim's eyes, but...
You know all about the prototype sync machine, don't you? That should explain it.
I knew. The prototype sync machine differed from the one on Abyss in a few key ways. The machine at Abyss is more sophisticated. Nanocables from the sync gear enter through the gap between the eyeball and socket. They then travel down the optic nerve canal into the brain. But the prototype machine isn't so advanced. To perform a sync, you need to remove the left eye manually. The subject and the syncer have to remove their eye from the socket. Otherwise, the cables cannot enter the brain. Of course, even with the eye removed, severing the connection to the brain isn't necessary. The extracted eyeball still has the optic nerve and blood vessels connected. After a sync, the eye is supposed to be replaced back in the eye socket. I guess the story of the kid's eyes falling out, and Aiba telling us that it was easy to put a dislocated eye back in, is actually relevant. It's supposed to be safe. The side effects are rare. Unless the nerve or blood vessels are damaged somehow, replacing the eyeball isn't too difficult.
Of course, I don't really care about eyes. I don't need them.
It also explains why Shoko's eyeball was in Oranju's stomach.
All I cared about was exchanging bodies with the sync. And for that, I needed to remove the left eye.
Why didn't you just put the eyes back when you were done?
That's obvious. Once I was finished transferring into a new body, the old one was of no concern to me. Why would I bother replacing the eye? I was just going to get rid of it anyway.
Well, where are the eyeballs that you removed?
Shoko's is in Renju. Renju's is in Iris. Iris's is in Dad. Dad's is in Boss. Their stomachs, I mean.
You sick bastard.
Yes, I ate them. Immediately after exchanging personalities.
How horrible.
Why'd you display the bodies the way that you did?
To harass you.
Well, why me?
I wanted to bring out the hatred in you.
Who am I? Who is
That's
Date?
why I called Mizuki to Bloom Park. That's why I streamed Iris's murder. Because they were important to you, weren't they? I wanted you to feel cornered, trapped. I wanted to punish you, Kaname Date.
What's your motive?
Homicide is my hobby. I have a tenacity for it, what can I say? Of course, it was also necessary to make sure people kept their mouths shut. If I took over someone's body, they would know about my crimes. I couldn't risk them reporting me, so I killed them. It was also a matter of revenge. Against you. It's personal. That's why I chose people close to you as targets. Well, except for my father, of course. That was personal to me. But don't ask. It's embarrassing.
Revenge against me?
This series of murders was like a journey for me. You know, traveling through bodies to finally reach the end. That's the thing about traveling. You always wind up in the same place, don't you? Where do you think that is? Your home. A trip is only complete once you return home. The same goes for me. When
Wants
I
to come
return
back.
home, my travels will come to an end.
Into Date's
So I'll be
body.
needing it back. My body.
What?
You stole my body. You took it from me 6 years ago. That's why I want revenge.
What are you talking about?
You have no idea what it was like inside my own head. I miss it. I miss my brain, Date. No matter how many people I killed, it never worked. I never felt happy. I feel miserable.
You mean?
He was born with a brain dysfunction. Due to damage to the posterior pituitary gland, he was unable to properly secrete oxytocin.
Oh, that's right. My old body. How are you finding it, Date?
This body is yours?
That's what I've been telling you!
But I don't have the same oxytocin deficiency you did.
That is because I regularly supplement it.
Mm-hmm.
They must have increased your dosage too much.
No, but the person who had this disorder was number 89, the original Cyclops killer.
It was a cover-up.
That is what I believed as well. But we must have misunderstood. Pewter did not specify who exactly was imprisoned. Only that one of the original culprits responsible was currently in prison.
That's strange. That would mean number 89 is the previous chairman, Rohan.
That must be it. Rohan is a parasite inside number 89's brain. Pewter must have known that.
No way.
I was confused. I didn't understand any of it.
Let us determine the specifics using Saito as our starting point. Whose brain was he in before Boss?
So
Sojima.
And before So?
was Iris,
Iris. And before that, Renju.
Ju, and then Shoko.
And before that, Shoko.
Then who before that?
And before Shoko?
We don't know. Whose body were you in before Shoko?
I was a parasite inside Rohan's brain 6 years ago until last year. I'd lost most of my memories. I was a shell of a man. They housed me in a special hospital, but I still had those fragments of my mind left, just as I explained earlier. From a single piece, you can recreate the whole. I took my time, slowly regaining my memories. 1 year ago, I remembered everything. I left the hospital and immediately sought out Shoko Nadami. I got her body, and she was Rohan's. When she saw herself in the mirror, she lost her mind. She was confused, panicking, running up the emergency staircase, and then...
Jumped off the roof.
That's why Rohan committed suicide.
After that, I spent a year perfecting my plan, using Shoko's body. I spied on you all this time. That's why I know everything about you.
Who were you before Rohan?
In there, in that body you are operating right now, in that skull, my personality lived there.
Right, because Rohan and Saito were the original killers.
Wait, hold on. If what you're saying is true, what about my personality?
Yeah,
It was
where
in
did...
Rohan.
I'm not Rohan!
Correct. It is just as he explained earlier. Number 89 was in Rohan's body. In other words,
Date is number 89.
That's... my real...
What? That's why he has memory of Iris as a kid. Because he was uncle. That's why in his Somnium he saw the house and the memories of the incident with Hitomi. Keep talking.
Sorry, but time's up. I want my body back. It's quite simple. Sync with me and stay inside my mind for more than 6 minutes.
And if I refuse?
I know that you won't. I know it.
Huh?
Date, look! This is streaming live!
Damn you!
If you give me back my body, I will give you the location. Oh, and of course, it isn't the chemical plant in the Kawasaki district.
Iva, where's the source?
it is being routed through numerous IPs. I cannot identify the source.
Computer, contact headquarters, now!
Got it!
Now, what will you do? Will you agree to my request?
think I'll have to make this decision next time. Thank you everybody for watching. I'll see you then. And take care.